Hey guys, Dustin, Skidoojunky here. Got my chauffeur Devin driving today. A little rainy Saturday ahead of Easter Sunday here in East Central Illinois. Like every other episode, a lot of stuff's happened since the last time we recorded. We left you guys working on Devin's 92 Mach 1. Had to get to a point where I finally walked away from that thing again. It was totally pissing me off. We had got the motor kind of buttoned up to the point where it was running. The next thing we were going to be able to do with it is test it on the snow next winter, get it in some real world conditions, real world temperatures, and do some tuning on the carbs. So we started putting the front end back together and kind of realized that we were missing the little washers that go on the back side of the trailing arms. So I called my powder coat guy. I'm like, hey man, you seen these things anywhere? And I kind of sent him a picture of what I was looking for, and he goes, man, I haven't. Let me check with my blasting guy. Sure enough, the blasting guy had found them, forgot what project they were for, set them off to the side. They powder coated them, knocked them out that day, brought them back to us, boom, done, bada bang. Shout out to my guy, Don Gorbet, Creative Dust Powder Coatings. You guys can find him online. He's local to the area here, just north of Champaign. His shop is halfway between Champaign and Danville. Great dude. He's been doing work for me for 10 or 15 years. Got an oven, does ceramic coating, blasting, powder coating, a little bit of everything. He picks it up at my shop, drops it off at my shop, leaves me a bill. I pay him via PayPal. It's just seamless. And, not everything's perfect. He's human. His people are human. Every once in a while, something doesn't turn out the way we like it. I send it back. He fixes it. No problem. No issues. Life is good. Life is great. So once again, Don Gorbet, Creative Dust Powder Coatings. Love that guy. So we kept putting the front end back together, and when we got that sled, the right tie rod was broken, and I just kind of assumed maybe it had froze up, or when the engine seized up, maybe somebody tugged on it too hard when they were pulling the sled home and broke it. Well, this is one of those deals. If that sled could talk, it would tell one hell of a story. I hadn't noticed it when we took it apart, but the splines on both steering spindles, were rotated almost probably a spline and a half. I mean, they were twisted, and I couldn't adjust it out with the front end, so had to phone a friend, and as luck would have it, Devin and I were going to be up in Madison, Wisconsin. He was going to be wrestling and for some duels, and Brian Hoffman, if you guys know, all you Skidoo guys know the Hoffmans. They are diehard Skidoo guys through and through. Brian's related to Josh and Dale also. Josh and Dale, the ones you see at all the swap meets with all the really good parts. But Brian had a set of spindles. He wasn't going to be there. He was going to be at a baby shower, because that's what guys do. They go to baby showers. But he was going to be at a baby shower in Eagle River that weekend, but he left them out for us. We picked them up. If we have any luck today, we may get that far, put them back on, but we got more important things to do today. So Devin and I, say hi, Devin.
What's up, guys?
He's got his permit now, so I can do this. But had a guy reach out on Facebook here. I don't do much on Facebook, and I don't know how this guy knew I was into sleds, but had a couple of really low mileage 73 or 74 Nordics. They'd been in a garage for 40 years, I think, and hadn't seen the light of day, and I don't know how he acquired them. We're going to get the story here a little bit later on, but they're actually southwest of us. Go figure. I mean, a couple of the coolest sleds that I found have actually gone south to get. My 90 Mach 1, I had to go 60 miles south to get it. It's got 180 original miles on it. But I'm really not into this era of sleds. But if you think about it, back in the 70s, all the Skidoo, or I shouldn't say all the Skidoo, all the snowmobile manufacturers were trying to find a way to cater to the upper class, the upper end, the higher end blue collar workers. So they were designing, putting little cool things on sleds, calling them like the gentleman's snowmobile. So these Nordics, electric start, reverse. They got a cigarette lighter on them, because that's what you do when you're wearing your open face helmet. You light up your Marlboro and burn one down while you're cruising on the trail, sipping on some bourbon or something, I guess. I don't know. But they're neat, and I've got a really cool pair of 90 MXs that are his and her sleds, and these are also his and her sleds because they've got their initials stenciled on them. You know, back then that was a popular thing to do, was to do some stenciling on them. So we're gonna go check them out. The guy doesn't know much about them. He doesn't know much about the value, and I'll be honest with you, I don't either. That's, once again, not an era of sleds that I'm really into, but they would make a really cool static display put next to that pair of 90 MXs. So when we're this close to home, it's a rainy Saturday, not much else going on, you know. There was supposed to be some stuff going on, so you guys remember Devin had knee surgery back in October and got cleared to wrestle right before his folk style state tournament, and things went as good as they possibly could have went. You know, kid had weeks worth of practices under his belt before he went into the state series, came out placing 4th in the state. So today was supposed to be Devin's Greco state tournament, and he and I were supposed to be flying out of Indy on Tuesday to go to the U.S. Open in Las Vegas, where Devin would try and qualify for the Pan American team to represent the United States in Guatemala, Mexico, and freestyle and Greco wrestling. Well, it's like a bad infomercial, but wait, there's more. So something happened to his left knee again this week, and this time it's a little bit different. It swelled up like a grapefruit. He was able to see his physical therapist and the surgeon that did his last surgery earlier yesterday, and he goes in for an MRI on Monday. So needless to say, Devin's not going to be doing any wrestling again for a while, but we're going to focus on positive things and stay busy doing other things. There's always stuff to do, and if we don't wrestle, we work on sleds. So he and I are headed down to Decatur today to look at those 2 sleds, and then probably headed back. Maybe get some time in the shop, work on his 92. Yeah, so then there's that. Then I wanted to give another shout out, like giving my shout outs. Today, we're pulling the one place enclosed. This thing is handier than a pocket on a shirt. I bought this off my guys at Lithgow Motorsports. Seems like every time I walk in the door there, if I'm going in to get a spark plug, I leave with a Snowmobile. I don't know how this works. It's crazy. Was in there earlier this winter, and they'd taken this guy, fallen terminally ill, and had this trailer that he's like, what am I gonna do with the one place enclosed? I'm like, I need that. Like, I bet I've pulled this trailer a dozen times in 2 months, whether if it's getting a sled or getting something else. I mean, it's a nice little trailer, hasn't been used a whole lot. We put some LED lights in the interior. It's already got ski guides and stuff in it. I mean, it is so handy for moving sleds. And the Lithgows are amazing people. They treat me like gold. Lithgow Motorsports full line BRP dealer, Dixie Chopper, Mahindra tractors. I know I'm missing some other stuff. They do it all. They're a CarQuest dealer. Yeah, go figure. So I'm in there like a couple weeks ago, and I'm picking up some parts. Walking out the door and feels like, hey, you need that sled. It's a carryover 2024 Grand Touring 900R. I'm like, Phil, I'm getting old. I'm not that old, pal. And Phil and I are the same age, so we can have those kinds of conversations. But he's like, no, I'm serious, man. He goes, there is a smoking deal on that sled. He goes, it was kind of a factory buyback. It's got some program money against it. He told me what he wanted for it. I'm like, you got any more? So needless to say, you know, we talked about it for a while. I'm like, Phil, I really don't want something that looks that geezery, man. I'm just not that guy. He's like, no, I'm serious. He goes, take the tall windshield off, take the mirrors off, put a different seat on it. He said, you got basically a Renegade with air ride. And I'm like, So I did. I bought it, and we put the low windshield on it, put handguards on it, and gonna kind of doll it up a little bit and de-geezer it. But those guys, like I said, can't say enough good about the Phil and Matt, Dale, and their relative Mike. Those guys are awesome people. Once again, they treat me like gold. And just, if you guys need anything, give them a call. 217-283-5171. Ask for Phil or Mike in sales, Dale or Matt in service. They'll take care of you. Great guys. Love to support the local family-owned businesses. And one other little shout out real quick. So you just take for granted the power of the internet. At least I always do. So my side hustle is and always has been landscape grading and seeding. So my insurance office is in a small town in Fairmount, Illinois, a town of about 600 people. And had a guy hit me up one day, works for a farmer that I insure, and he's like, hey, you do landscape grading and seeding, don't you? I'm like, yeah. He goes, I got this spot where we build a garage, need it graded out, and seeded and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, no problem, I got you taken care of. So went over to his house and knocked it out. He wasn't there. He comes home. He's like, hey, that's awesome, great, man. He goes, hey, you collect snowmobiles, don't you? I'm like, how'd you know? He's like, I watch your stuff on YouTube. I'm like, okay. So he comes walking out and he's like, I want to give you something. He's like, I got rid of my sleds a couple years ago, but I was really enjoyed the sport. And he said, I want you to have this. He goes, you probably already have it. You got so much stuff, but he goes, I want you to have it. So he had actually picked this up, this 04 Skidoo toy, when he was at the Hall of Fame Museum in St. Germain. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome, man. Thank you. And I didn't have this toy, so I'm probably going to add it to my collection and display it with all the rest of my cool little toys. So shout out to Troy Bennett from Fairmount, Illinois. Thank you very much. And ironically enough, we'll go back to the statement I made earlier that a lot of stuff has happened since the last video. I was contacted by one of the Snowmobile Hall of Fame board members in St. Germain about, it was probably the same day that I made the last video, and he's like, hey, we got a board member that's going to be stepping down and we need someone to fill his seat for the remainder of his term. He said, would you be interested in the position? I'm like, heck yeah, man, I'll take two. And he said, if you could, submit your bio to Craig Marchbank, and there's some other guys that are going to be applying for this position as well, and we'll take it to the board at the next meeting. So last weekend I was contacted by Craig congratulating me on being accepted onto the board at the Snowmobile Hall of Fame in St. Germain, Wisconsin. Super excited about that opportunity. The twins are getting to the age where I can start enjoying the sport a little bit more, and maybe we can do it as a family right now. We do have plans to go up as a family to the spring roundups. We'll be there. We're going to bring up a bunch of gems. I mean the good stuff. The stuff that people drop off and say, hey, I know you're into snowmobiles. I'm not going to do anything with this, but I really want you to have it. Well, it's not probably worth scrap metal price, but here you go. So no, seriously, we do have some decent sleds that I'm not going to do anything with, and I think Jimmy's going to have some excess sleds too. So we're going to bring a trailer load, maybe two, up to the roundup in St. Germain on Memorial Day weekend. Hope to see you guys there. On that note, I'd kind of worked with my pal Jimmy and his guys. We designed a building for him to put his collection in. He kind of changed his mind where he wanted to build it, how he wanted to do it. I haven't seen the final version of it, but it is built. It's in Minong, Wisconsin at his location up there. And they started moving sleds 2 weeks ago from one of his other facilities that he has his car and snowmobile collection in. All of those snowmobiles, his dirt bikes and motorcycles have been moved. And in the weeks to come, he's going to start moving sleds out of my building as well. So I'm going to free up a little bit of space for me. I've talked about this. It's kind of bittersweet, man. His stuff is just over the top. And the content is, you couldn't duplicate it if you wanted to, So I'm going to miss having his collection in there with mine, because it just, he's into such a different era and different type of sled that it complements my stuff really well, I think. And everyone comments on the quality of his collection. I mean, Leon has done an amazing job of restoring those sleds for him. I mean, they're 10 out of 10s when he gets done with them, and nobody's got anything nicer. But I'll miss it, but I'm going to enjoy the space as well. So we'll document that journey along the way, and I hope to. I'm going to haul at least one load up to his place myself to kind of see the building and see how it turned out, and see some of that stuff all together in one place at the same time. So But we're going to document today. Hope you guys enjoy it. Appreciate everything. And here we go. Let's go find some Nordics. Macon, Illinois doesn't get any more small town than this. Check out this Leland enclosed trailer.
Knee, huh?
Oh yeah, second time.
What, on dirt bike or something?
Guy
Wrestling.
had this sled or this trailer to haul the two Nordics in.
When I was your age,
Chris, the owner, says that he is contemplating selling it as a package. I don't know. Never seen one like this before. Chris, let's go in and check out those sleds, bud.
Smile, you're on camera.
Hey guys, how's it going? Doing a little filming for our YouTube series here, if you don't mind.
This is a private party.
All right, all right.
He wants to do
There they
some
are.
video. Get off the sled.
You're good, man. You're good.
We can go around the freaking sled. No, you didn't buy them. They're mine. How'd you buy them?
They're in the trailer. I just brought these to me.
Did you? Oh, okay. I got you.
I'm Dustin.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Steve.
Nice to meet you, Steve. Dustin.
David,
David, nice to meet you. This is my
Devin.
son, Devin.
howdy.
Nice to meet you.
There they are. So we got to determine if these are 72s or 3s.
But these beat it all, don't they?
So these are going to be 73s. Yep. So it looks like he has cut the windshields down, because they were a little taller when they were new.
That's probably why you had this.
The trim piece on them.
And he's got a brand new roll of that trail back there again.
Is that my good to open the hood,
Oh,
guys?
sure. Yes, sir. And there's no strap.
Okay.
There's no. Oh, I think. Oh, yeah, we did
I'll
break
hold it.
something up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
This stuff here.
Yeah. So what's the story on them, Chris?
Well, the guy, Hammond, Illinois, is where
Yeah.
they come from.
Yep.
A friend of mine was this person passed, and he was cleaning the garage out, and these were back in the far corner of the garage
Okay.
on that trailer outside. And he knew I'm the only snowmobile guy that he knew at work, which
Yeah,
I work at
yeah.
the city of Decatur. And he asked me if I'd been interested in a couple of old sleds, not knowing anything about them. He didn't know what they were. He didn't know. And sent me he had one picture of them on the trailer. Just by the picture that I put on online, I figured out
What they were. Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks later, I went down there and we dug them out, and here we are.
Well, they weren't smokers.
That's what we said.
Yep.
Those were froze up, and the choke, which we got all that stuff freed up,
Sure.
and the headlight switch, we got them all. But anyway, the guy had passed. A couple weeks later, I went down, dug him out of the garage, and had to change a tire on the
Trailer.
trailer because it wouldn't hold air. It had a brand new spare on it. I stuck the new spare on it and hooked it up to my truck, and they were filthy, but here they are, and I knew they'd clean up well. I couldn't believe there wasn't any rips in the seat or anything. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, they seem to be still pretty pliable.
And they are. They're real soft still.
Cool. So you said one of them's got spark and the other one doesn't?
This one I don't know anything yet. We were gonna mess with it yesterday to see. Now this one I put a battery in. It's got new plugs in. It turns over. See, I had no keys to him, but he found a key up there, and it turns this one. It's for this. He's got a tag on it that says 80 Skidoo on it. Now I probably won't be able to get it to.
That's okay. That's
but
okay.
This one turns right over. It's got 100. We've checked the compression. 130 pounds of compression in each cylinder. It has new plugs in this one and a new battery in this one.
Okay.
Well, we can't do anything with that one because this key will not turn.
Sure.
This
But the
key-
motors are free.
But oh yeah, they're super. We put marble mystery oil in the cylinders as
Loosen
soon
them
as
up.
we got it here. But the tracks are free. We weren't smart enough to figure it out at first that it had a neutral.
Yeah.
That we had to, because I had no idea that sleds in 1973 had, I mean, a cigarette lighter, electric start, and reverse. I didn't have any idea that they even had that back then. So, anyway, that's everything I know.
Okay, he's got a bum knee.
That's fine.
I can
That's
pull.
fine. I'm gonna bring the front end over.
Oh my God, these things are tanks.
They are. Well, look, I can tell you. Yeah, you said they were lying. I'm thinking, what the hell are you?
Now we got to get the skis up
We
over
gotta
the.
get skis up on here.
I think you'll probably have to
Come,
because the track won't
yeah,
move.
put it in
That's
neutral.
It. That's in neutral. I think.
Either way, don't make a difference, Chris.
Okay, neutral. Okay, here, let me get back here with you.
The skis are going to struggle to come up and over the lip. Devin, I don't know if you can lift a little or not.
Just lift a little. Okay, there we go. That helps.
Let's see.
Neutral. Here, you check it. Is that? That's forward.
Right there, maybe.
Oh shit.
Okay, now let me get this out of the way. Absolute tanks.
Yeah, we know. We found out.
Okay, let me get my leg out of here.
Yes, sir.
Are they both gonna fit?
Oh, I don't.
You just gotta kick one to the side.
I don't know, bud.
See, I don't know either.
Dad, look, you can't put them side by side. You gotta have one.
I know, but what I'm saying is, Devin, there's not enough room.
For the back end of it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You don't think we can get? We might have to put the other one in backwards.
Oh
think
yeah,
We
yeah.
can put but the other one in backwards, and it'll fit. I think it'll straddle that.
You should have put this one in forwards.
He's right.
And then you turn the other one
He's right.
in the angle.
Oh, damn! You're right.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it.
Okay,
Let's
Steve,
do
I'll
it.
get this. Here, Steve.
Let's do it.
It's in neutral.
Or that one's already faced.
Yep, we'll do that.
Let's just pull this one. That way we're not dragging this thing.
And that's in neutral.
Yes, sir.
She was rolling. How in the world did you guys get them things out of that trailer?
Him and his brother
Oh,
did
man.
one day without me.
You guys are animals,
And they
Steve.
said they go,
Second,
"Man,
here,
are
second, just a second. Hang on.
they-" Right. Pull that stand out, will you?
You want to come back? There we go. Now we gotta Whoop.
pull this stand out.
You,
Once you get it hooked, it'll. Going up and over. Am I not under it far enough, Steve?
you might be too far, but
Can we just cinch it up enough? We're gonna have to stop there because those wheels.
I think this
I think
one.
it's in neutral.
Yeah, I think so too.
Ready?
Yep. Hold on. Alright. Oh, damn. But
Okay. I'll push it up in there the rest of the way, Chris. Ready? You're gonna have to get out. Don't run you over. Son of a.
Yep, you're right.
Yep.
That'll work that way.
Hopefully. She's gonna be close. Now let's. We're gonna use a forklift to get these things out, Devin.
Yeah.
Got it. Oh, crap.
You're fine. You're fine.
Shoot, I forgot that was going.
You're fine. I think it is. Yeah. Devin, you want to turn that around?
Oh, yep.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna get close, right? That's. Got it. Okay.
All right, it's gonna be again down there.
Yep. Oh, we're up. Okay. Jump out of there. You're gonna stay in us. And then we just push. How much further?
A little more. That's good. Perfect.
Well, I don't think they're going to go anywhere. Devin,
Yeah.
in my toolbox, there's going to be a coat,
Gear.
a coat, and my coveralls. Like a glove, huh?
That's it. That's it. I'm a picture guy too. It's neater than shit.
Okay, so we're going to put one.
So it's not banging into
Yep.
each other. Yeah.
Okay, there's that one. Do one right here too. Okay. They're tight. I'm good. I'm good.
Here's all the original plugs
And the hubcaps.
and the hubcaps.
Bet you can't find them anywhere.
I did order. I'm gonna bring them. I'll bring them.
Okay, so
Which
maybe-
it don't matter. I ordered 2 brand new A7 plugs because all he had was 2. But I
Yeah, no
ordered
problem.
2 more. I ordered them Thursday.
Just like the A-Team, I love it when a plane comes together. Well, that was fun. Didn't know anything about that little enclosed trailer before we got there. He never made a mention of it. I had no idea that it was even remotely in the question. I've never seen a trailer like that before. It was built in October of 1974 was the build date on that Leland trailer, and it had a Bearcat top on it. So whoever bought these sleds knew was the man, because if you come rolling up north with both your 74 Nordics, electric start, reverse, cigarette lighter, in your new enclosed Leland trailer with the Bearcat top on it, you were the man. We're gonna figure out what to do with that thing. I really needed it, like I needed a hole in my head, but probably go through the process of getting it powder coated, touched up, and put some new lights and stuff on it, and some new tires and wheels and stuff. And in case we ever decide we wanted to pull it to a vintage show, it would be really cool. But yeah, we were struggle busting totally getting those sleds in there. I was rectal cranial inversion on my part again, trying to put that first sled in there backwards. It should have went in there forwards. I knew that. It's just been a while since I've done that. But leave it to Devin. He figured it out for us. Pulled our heads out of our butts for us, and we're headed home with them here now. So, not sure what other stuff we'll get into in the shop this afternoon, but we'll see.